Hello, and welcome to the Venue Coach Blueprint for Owners. I'm Kyle Labar. This podcast is all about helping you fill your wedding venue with more bookings, earn more from each one, and keep your customers happy for a long time. We'll also talk about some tough times and big lessons that I've learned along the way. Let's dive in together and make your venue the best spot for weddings. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Venue Coach, and today is episode 100, and it's actually going to be a short one. Today is a daily tip day, and I'm going to just share some effective ways to follow up with potential couples or clients after they do their tour. And I actually had this question come up a bit when I was recently out on site doing a 2-day intensive with one of my clients. And so one of the big things that they were struggling with was a communication cadence after the tour. So I thought I'd share a couple of tips on how to do that for after the tour. So let's dive in. Essentially what we want to do is we want to keep ourselves top of mind. And you have to read the room. So when a couple responds and says they're not ready to book just yet, there may be a couple of different timelines involved. So they could be interested in about 3 to 4 months. They could be ready to book within the week and everywhere in between. So you have to pick a follow-up cadence that's going to be applicable to their situation. And in the instance of a week, what I want to do is send them every time, regardless of what that time frame looks like, we will send a recap email of the tour, a recap email and text, and just going over everything that we talked about on the tour. Once that has been sent, then if their decision time frame is within a week or two, then we're going to be following up typically every day or every other day until we get an answer from them. So the follow-up isn't to ask them to book with us, but rather, like I said at the beginning, to keep us top of mind. So we will send things like helpful articles that are useful for planning. We might send them Pinterest inspiration based on the colors that they said that they want during the tour, and we're basically just trying to be helpful while they are thinking about their decision or touring other places. So we want to just stay top of mind so they will ultimately think of us and book. So it's the same process with longer time frames. If they say, oh, we're not going to make a decision for another month or two, we just want to extend that out. Instead of a every other day or a daily message, we might send it once a week or once every 2 weeks to, again, stay top of mind. We might check in and say, hey, how'd that conversation go with the family or with your fiance, and just do periodic check-ins like that. But before we leave the tour, we want to set that communication expectation with the couples so that they know and they're not being bugged. So we had a tour that was going and they said, oh, we're a couple months out. Perfect. Hey, would you mind if we reach out in a week or two and just see how everything's going and keep us in the loop, sort of thing? Oh yeah, no problem. And then another tour was, we're going to book in a week, and we said we'll reach out tomorrow, and then we'll just keep touching base. Is that okay? And then they agree to that. So I hope that was helpful for you, give you some ideas on how to actually conduct the follow-ups, and it really, doing that does help boost the amount of bookings that you get because they're thinking of you more. And when you're being helpful, they attribute that useful thing that you sent them, that value, to you. And so it's really advised. I advise it strongly, and I hope that this has given you some ideas and some good ways that you can actually follow up with them. So if this was useful for you, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next one.